Hello and welcome to this training. The topic for this session is an introduction to Microsoft products and their licensing. My name is Simona and I'll be taking you through this training today. So this is what we'll be covering in this session. We'll be running through the key Microsoft technologies as listed here on the left-hand side, and we'll cover the basics of how they are licensed. And that means you'll be building up your knowledge of some different licensing models. For example, device licensing and server CAL licensing, etc. And this will enable you to put together a kind of shopping list, if you like, of the licenses needed for a particular solution, and then other training in this series will help you determine which program those licenses should be purchased through. Let's begin with client software, and by this I mean software that is used by end users like you and me. Here we have a client computer used by an end user. Now I'm going to get out my X-ray spectacles and look deep inside that client computer, because what I'm trying to show you here is for that computer to work it needs a base layer of technology. That's the operating system. And because this is a client computer, more specifically, we need a client operating system. And the name of Microsoft's client operating system is, of course, Windows. And the version current today is Windows 8.1. Now, Windows 8.1 comes in several different editions, but the only two which are available through volume licensing are Windows 8.1 Enterprise and Windows 8.1 Pro. Now, the Enterprise Edition does have some extra functionality when compared to Pro, but of course our focus today is on how they are licensed. So this takes us onto our very first licensing model, device licensing. And the text in the blue box here is absolutely key. A license must be assigned to each device on which the software is used. And I think the important word here is used, not installed. So although I've depicted the operating system as that green layer of technology on the computer as if it is locally installed on the client computer itself, if the organisation had chosen instead to deploy a virtual desktop infrastructure, then Windows 8.1 wouldn't actually be installed locally because it would be coming from a server. But from a licensing point of view, it doesn't matter. We just need a license for each device that is using Windows 8.1, and as we already know, that can be either Enterprise Edition or Pro. Now, I'm depicting these licenses in the training today as these little yellow documents, but of course, in real life, the licenses are all electronic. The trouble is, our end user can't actually get any work done with just a client operating system. He needs another layer of technology, some client applications shown in the yellow layer here. And by this, I'm meaning those day-to-day applications such as Microsoft Outlook, Word, Excel, etc., which are most commonly bought together in a suite called Microsoft Office. Now, the latest version of Office is Office 2013, and there are two editions of Microsoft Office available through volume licensing. That's Office Professional Plus and Office Standard. One of the differences between them is the individual applications they contain. For example, Professional Plus includes Access and a couple of other applications which Standard doesn't. But of course, again, our focus today is on how these products are licensed. Office 2013, like Windows 8.1, is also licensed by device. So our end user here has got a second license assigned to his computer. Often at this stage, I get people pointing out some scenarios where Office doesn't appear to be licensed by device. And you're right, there are some exceptions to this rule. But for now, let's just stick with the idea that Office is licensed by device when purchased as a traditional volume license. One thing that you will learn as you progress through your licensing journey is that there are often exceptions to any rules that we try and create. Okay, let's move on from the client software now and move on to licensing software that's